Well, howdy do, y'all. I have one of the old Piney River glasses here. This is what they used to use at the brew pub. And their thing was they were telling you, they were giving you a full 16-ounce pour. Pour the pine in there. They don't use these anymore, so you're not getting 16-ounce pour on everything like you used to, but they're using more, beer geek appropriate glassware per each beer. So there you go. It's kind of depends on how you look at it, I suppose, whether you think it's a good thing or not. I have their one of their newest one of their newest canned beers is their Crankbait Cream Ale. I'm going to read from their can here. In the Ozarks, every lake, cove, or river eddy presents a perfect opportunity to grab your favorite crankbait. Send it for a dive, a twitch, around a rock, and bam! A fish is on. Bam! I like to say bam! I think I'm watching Emerald Lagasse, but anyway. Catch, release, catch again. Just like the perfect crankbait, our handcrafted cream ale is easy at the lake, in the river, or down on the pond bank. So there you go. It is 6%. I've talked about this when I had it on draft at a couple other places, but I thought I'd do a video for my last can of it here because, well, I made a mistake. I did say it was an all malt beer. It is not. It's good. It uses 2-row malted barley, 2-row, but it does use some flaked corn. And you've heard me talk about the evils of adjuncts. So for those of you that are about to chime in and say, yeah, but Tom, let me be clear here. I've talked to several brewers, and most of them, not all, but most will tell you it's not necessarily sugar, which is used in many Belgian beers. It's not necessarily a corn or rice that is evil. It is, well, it's the quality of the products that are put into beer, for one, and the amount, the percentage, versus the malt. So no, even though this does contain corn, I'm not putting it in the same league as those adjunct lagers, those adjunct macros, because it's not the same thing. This does use a certain percentage. I don't know the actual percentage. But I am tasting a very crisp and clean beer. They probably want that corn in there for a little bit of sweetness. But again, I'm not talking about corn syrup. I'm not talking about a corn extract, corn syrup that PBR uses, or corn extract that Lone Star uses, or corn grits, that Genesee uses. I'm talking just as flaked corn, so. And yes, it does fucking matter. It's about quality. It's not necessarily the ingredients that make something bad. It's the quality of ingredients. And those macros aren't using the top quality ingredients. I know that's going to irritate a couple guys out there that I know personally that just won't accept the truth. But these macros that you buy, they're not using top quality ingredients. That is the fact. Please accept it and move on. To me, macro breweries are like the fast food of beer. They're cheap and accessible, and sometimes they have a flavor that you might like for a certain occasion. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but you can't confuse it with quality. It's not a hand-trimmed burger. It's not a fresh ground burger. Sometimes I want that, that fast food flavor. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but you can't say it's quality because you're wrong. But I thought I did need to make that correction. Yeah. Hey, everybody, Tom, just go ahead. Yeah, this is a nice beer. It does everything right for the style. Well, let me keep in mind, Piney River brewery is right in the middle of frickin' no place. Bucyrus, Missouri. It's a couple hours from St. Louis, a couple hours from Springfield. It is probably a macro light drinking area as a whole. And somehow they've been around 4 years, and they've not only done it, but they've done it well. They put a craft brewery in the middle of no place and somehow have made it work brilliantly. They have won awards. They are making some serious noise in the craft beer community because they're doing quality beers. But they also have to make beers that the folks in the area want. Their flagship beer, their earliest beer, was their McKinney Eddie Amber Ale. Now, Amber Ales aren't extremely popular these days. And I asked him, can you keep doing a beer like that? And Brian, the owner, told me, I'm going to paraphrase, I don't remember the exact words, but basically he had said, you know, there's been a couple periods in time where he's thought about discontinuing it, but it has a following in the area, so he keeps brewing it. And I think the same is going to happen with this beer. He also has a float trip ale that came out with last year. Again, it's perfect for the area. Floating is big around here. There's a lot of rivers, you know, especially where they are, Piney. So yeah, I mean, it's a lighter alcohol version than a lighter alcohol beer than this is. This still gives folks the flavor that's familiar to them, but in a lot better quality than they're used to. So, hey, I'm trying to beer with if you give a rat's ass at this point. Drinking a Piney River Crankbait, and I'll talk to you later.